Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Love and Entrepreneurship. Happy Sunday. This Sunday is a special Sunday. It's special to me because I started realizing how long we've been doing this. We've been doing this for 5 months. And if this is your first time tuning in, our purpose is to help entrepreneurs find love and know that love is possible as an entrepreneur. A lot of times people feel like that because they're entrepreneurial, or if they're entrepreneurial, or they're dating someone who is not entrepreneurial, that is just automatically doomed to failure, and that you can't, be in a relationship, be married, be engaged, be dating as an entrepreneur. And a lot of times it equals, loneliness, because a lot of times people don't understand how to date an entrepreneur, how to be patient dating an entrepreneur, and how to be supportive. And so what we are here for is proof that it does work. Chef Square and I have been married for a year and a half. It'll be 2 years in November. And we are both entrepreneurial. He is full-time entrepreneur. I am a serial entrepreneur, as well as 9 to 5. So we're here to show that it does work. And we speak with people every Sunday, and so that everybody can get their own perspective. We have spoken with single people, we've spoken with dating people, we spoke to engaged people, we spoke to married people. And so just to let people understand that it is absolutely possible, and you don't have to be lonely because you're an entrepreneur. So today we have special guests. We have Reginald and Candace Blanks, and we are going to speak with them on how they make love and entrepreneurship work right after we take a really, really quick commercial break. So don't go anywhere, stay right there, and we'll be right back with our special guests, Reginald and Candace Blanks.
Are you looking for ways to take your business to the next level? Well, Houston, we have a solution. The Boss Up Bootcamp is here to help you level up. Join Lisa, the Boss Lady, and her amazing roster of speakers that will give you the inside scoop on turning your side hustle into multiple streams of income. This is your year to level up, but don't delay. Register now before it's sold out. Visit www.lisabosslady.com to register for this event and for more information. That's Lisa, Lysa, bosslady.com. Remember, you got to be in it to win it. So register today, and don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
And we are back with our special guests, Reginald and Candace Blanks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad to have you. Tell me, guys, how long have you guys been together?
We've been together for going on 11 years. Yeah. 11 years.
And awesome. Thank you for having us.
So thank you guys for coming and, being a part of the show. I really, I just came across you guys on Facebook because I got a banner. I got a retractable banner. So I was like, and then when I started looking at his page, I started seeing y'all stuff, and I was like, oh, we've got to have them on. And so I really thought it would be great to have you guys on to hear, your insight and everything on what you have to say about love and entrepreneurship. So before we get into that, tell me what it is that you do respectively.
Want to go first?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, before I became an entrepreneur, I was in the medical field. Had to get out of the medical field because of some health things going on. And so I started to get into financial services. So I do financial services, just educating everyone about finances, about why it's important that we have insurance, leaving legacies, should I say. And also, I am in business with my husband. I'm his secretary in CO Graphics. And so I in the back end of CO Graphics while he's in the forefront. So
awesome.
Okay.
So a little bit about me. I have a business called CL Graphics. We do printing graphics for all entrepreneurs. We also have a company called Open Book, which is we have a clothing line. We also do poetry and different speaking engagements. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. So how long have you been doing that?
We've been doing both businesses going on about 5 years.
Well, CL Graphics, 10, you've been doing it for over 10. I've been doing financial services for 7. And so, but our Open Book, our clothing line, that's been about 2 years now?
Yeah.
So we expanded.
Okay, that's exactly what I was, so you guys are just doing more stuff.
Yes.
I mean, multiple streams of income is necessary. It's no longer a luxury for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most people, when you self develop, they tell you that wealthy people have 7 to 10 streams of income. So you got to make more than just that paycheck. You got to do other stuff so that you can be wealthy and financially stable.
And you can't do that on the job. You don't have the time to do that. If you work in a 9 to 5, it's almost impossible to run a business. It can be done, but I'm saying when you're in a job, it just takes away all your time. But once you free your time up, the possibilities are endless.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I say it all the time, and people think I'm crazy. I'm like, I work a 9 to 5, and I'm like, I just don't have time to have a job. I just don't have. And people think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's like literally that is the case. You don't have time. I have 7 businesses that I run, and I do a 9 to 5. Luckily, my children are adults because I literally would not. I will say these last couple of years, my children have been extremely patient with me, and understand what I'm doing is for a bigger cause, as far as why I'm not, present more, because but they've been really understanding. And I'm open and honest with them, and I tell them, well, I'm not here because I'm here so that you can have this.
Yes.
This.
Yes.
And these. So, and my children are, they can be bought, so they're fine.
They can be bought.
That's what they're like. Okay, mama got to be at a meeting so we can have our passports and our iPhones and they're fine. They're fine, but they're older, so it's not like they wanted to be up under me anyway. My children are 18, 20, and 22, so they didn't really want to be on. They have active social lives that don't include me, so they were okay with that. And Chef Square here decided to just become completely entrepreneurial after corporate fired him. He fired them right back.
Got the same type of story. I got a story similar to that.
I mean, because it was for me, it was one of those things where it was like, okay, you know what? You fired me. Why? Oh, you know what? Better yet, I have a business anyway.
You're good.
So
we're good. Yeah.
Let's go.
And that's not what happened to me when corporate America fired me 4 years ago. I did not at first. I did not return to corporate America because I felt betrayed because of the way they let me go. They let me go on a rumor that was not true and easily disproven. Like they literally had to look at the videotape and they would have seen that I didn't do what was said that I did. And it's like lie after lie after lie. They were like, oh, a manager hurt. There was no manager there. What you talking about? And how did they hear something I didn't say? What do you mean? Just look at the video. It'll show you. It'll tell you. And they just hung up on me. So I felt very betrayed. If somebody was sick or if somebody caught anything, I took everybody's shift. Any shift that needed to be taken, I took it. And I didn't care about sleep or anything else. I did it. And for you to let me go like that, that was just, it was just really, really hard for me because I had just, I had my husband at the time and I had just split up. So we went from 2 incomes to one. I had a child going to college, and Prairie View is $55,000. That's a lot for one person. And no, I don't believe in student loans for my children because I'm still paying mine. So I'm like, no, y'all won't have that.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. So I felt betrayed, by corporate America. And then I felt like nobody will ever pay you like you.
Yeah.
Ever pay you what you're worth.
And also, just to piggyback on what you was just saying, if you're at a $50,000 job, you're worth $100,000. So
Right.
they're paying you half of what you're worth in the first place. And one thing I've learned about entrepreneurship is that profits is better than wages, and so you can go out there and make that same 100,000 on your own pen or in your own efforts and equity within yourself versus somebody paying you half of what you're worth. And that was one of the things that I found when I was in corporate America. I wasn't getting promoted. Everything was a catch 22. And I'm like, when a boss tell you that you have to tell on people in order to get a raise or a promotion, and you're not that type of person, then that's where we have the problem. And that's where the problem comes in at, is that, you cannot, grow at a job versus growing for yourself.
Right. And they'll never pay you enough to be their neighbor. They'll never pay you enough to be what they are.
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's important. So you guys seem like you're both just entrepreneurial spirit, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
Do you think that is what helps you guys in your relationship?
Let me talk first on this one. At first, I was not an entrepreneur. I literally had to learn how to love my husband where he was. So let's just say our story for a little bit. My husband was doing 2 full-time jobs. He was doing a job and a business full-time. He was working as a graphic designer for the school district, and he was working for himself as a graphic designer. I was just in the medical field. And so I didn't, when he's working, he's on the computer, I didn't have a business. I didn't work in financial services at that time. So I'm looking like, okay, being married is like you want your quality time with your husband. He's over there on the computer. He's looking like, babe, I got invoices. I got da. And I'm looking like, okay, I need my time. Like that's my love language. I need quality time. But I did not understand what entrepreneurship was because I didn't dab in it. I wasn't in it at first, So that was when we first got married. I didn't understand how to be a wife that was married to an entrepreneur. I did not know how to do that. And then when I started in financial services and I started working for myself and I got out of corporate America, I was like, whoo, Lord. Baby, I understand now. I was like, oh my goodness, like Lord have mercy. You know what? I literally had to apologize to my husband because I did not know what it took to be an entrepreneur, to work for yourself. And so I literally had to say, babe, I am so sorry. Like, oh my goodness, this is some work, but it's worth it. It's work, but it's worth it because to have the time that I have with my children, with my family, I don't have to ask for PTO off. I don't have to ask to go to the bathroom. I don't have to ask to do anything. So it is work, but it is worth it. So I'm gonna let my husband talk on this side of it.
I would just say, just having the business is the best thing ever. I guess I can go to my story about being an entrepreneur. Being at a job. So I would just like to start off. I was in corporate America for 10 years. I worked for the school district, and when it came for a promotion, they overlooked me. I was there for 10 years, and the thing about it, they gave me a pen for my 10 year, and I was like, I've been here for 10 years, and y'all give me a pen. But the thing about it is, I was like, I want. Ma'am?
Yes. Babe, I would have wrote something.
And the thing is, I really wanted to leave the job, but I had responsibilities. We have a blended family, so I had the responsibility of paying child support and all that type of stuff. So I was like, should I leave? But then I had to think about it. I was like, if I stay here, I'll be in the same predicament. But if I leave, I can start building stuff for my future generations. It's all about building generational wealth for your kids. So I said, man, this gonna be very hard. Should I stay or should I leave? So I fired my boss and I chased my dreams. So I got a T-shirt say "Fire your boss and chase your dreams." So I had to make a decision. It was real hard for me to leave, but I had to, because if I stayed in that predicament, we'll be struggling for the rest of our lives. So I said, I'm finna leave. I have to leave. If I leave now, I can start building. So I ain't gonna lie. The first year, it was a struggle. I had to have faith. I mean, I got behind on child support, all kind of stuff, but I was determined, and I just kept on building. And from now, man, my business is really starting to grow. I'm able to pay child support, all that type of stuff, and take my family on trips. And it's all because I left that job. If I would have stayed, I would have been now for the rest of my life. And being at the school district, I mean, you have all these days off and everything, and it's kind of hard. But once you become an entrepreneur, you can take off when you want to take off. You can buy stuff, all type of stuff. So it for me leaving, it also gave me the opportunity to start other businesses. So leaving my job was the best thing I could possibly ever did. I just wish I could have did it a lot sooner. Ooh. I wish I would have never stayed there. 10 years of my life, all my 20s, I wasted my time at the at a job, and a little bit of my 30s as well. But right now, I'm just excited to be able to self-develop every day. It's one of the biggest things is self-develop. At my job, I wasn't able to do that. I can put on my audio and read books and do whatever I have to do to grow as an entrepreneur. So I mean, it's nothing like being an entrepreneur.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, it's kind of funny because I mean, check this story out. So out of the two of us, I was the entrepreneur first. Mm-hmm. I was a barber for 6 years, and then I went back to corporate America after I got out of after that during my first marriage. And I had worked a corporate America job all the way up and through this marriage. And it's funny, when I started that, I was 25. Mm-hmm. And when I rounded out everything, I was about 30 when I went back. And then here I am now at 39. And I've been doing this for about maybe about a year, almost 2 years. Mm-hmm. And like right now, I have so much on my plate. But it was funny because when I left my job, when they let me go, my wife said, "Okay, you're gonna have to do something." And I said, "All right, that's fine. I'll do something." So then I became a travel agent. When that was that once that happened, it started me back into the entrepreneur routine. Mm-hmm. So then I just kind of built off of that, and it started to catch momentum, and then it started to catch more momentum and more momentum. Mm-hmm. And then now here I am. I have orders that I have to oversee in order to make sure everybody get their food, and I'm catching text message here, inbox here, Cash App here, and but I'm making it happen. And it's actually gave me a platform, like you said, that just kind of allowed me to kind of build more. And now, like when I'm looking at finishing out this year, but looking at 2022 as a blowing point for me.
Right. Travel is bananas right now. So like we're both travel agents. I trained him, and I'm training my daughters and my mom and his mom, and it is bananas. So like because everybody's traveling. So like I have travel to pass around. Because people are calling me to book something. Okay, you book this, you book this, you book this, you book. I'm like literally recruiting to help me book this travel. And so I'm doing that while travel is still on his forefront, but he's cooking more than he's booking. So right. And because the demand is high for that as well. And right now, since COVID, like everybody is understanding the importance of entrepreneurship more than any time before. And I don't know if you're like me, I've been preaching this for 6 years, and now people are like, where they want to listen and where they want to actually, be entrepreneurial and, start a business.
Right.
Did you find COVID to be hard? Did you find it to be better?
Yeah.
Better?
I would say, man, through COVID, it was a blessing because God kind of like paused everything for you to kind of get caught up on your business, for you to get more family time, even to get the time to start strategizing on what you're gonna do next. So COVID was a blessing for my family.
Yeah.
See, and that's the way I see it. People think I'm crazy when I say that.
No, because you're an entrepreneur. See, most people think you're crazy because they're not entrepreneurs. See, if you was an entrepreneur, you would know how COVID was a blessing for your business. Now, in the beginning, COVID did hit our business hard because everybody was canceling orders because you couldn't do anything. But as soon as God just opened up doors, then that's when everything just happened. And me and Reggie actually started to get closer, and we got closer to God, got closer to our kids. We just started looking at our goals and our dreams, and we was like, okay, what is realistic? What is something that is far out? What are your 5 years, 10 years, 15? What are our goals for our family? And so we started literally doing different things in the midst of COVID, so that when COVID ended, we'll come out on top versus where we was when COVID started.
Right. Exactly. I agree with that. And then I think that because COVID did happen, it did make us make us realize how important it is to have something else that can't get taken away from you, that you can't get laid off from. It did. Travel was impacted slightly at the beginning of COVID, but it didn't. There was maybe in the past 2 years, there was maybe 4 months that I did not get paid from travel because people were still going. They were going to Cancun. They were going to Jamaica. People were still going regardless. It does not matter. So it didn't really, shut down per se. But it slowed down a little bit in the beginning, but after a while, and now everybody's so sick of being inside, they're ready to go, period. And then the cruises are moving, forget about it. Put me on a cruise. Everybody wants a cruise right now. I'm doing cruise trainings once a week now, because everybody wants on a cruise. Yeah. So I definitely think it was a blessing.
Yeah, that was the reason why I ended up cooking. That was one of the reasons why I ended up cooking, because COVID made me kind of center my thing and kind of center things for me, because it was like, okay, well, I need to make sure that my business is COVID proof. And so kind of funny, I was working in the kitchen prior to me actually cooking, which I learned then was an essential job. So I was like, okay, well, I know for certain that I'll be able to be effective even in the midst of a lockdown because of my business and how my business is structured. So yeah, I do think COVID, at the end of the day, COVID was one of the biggest blessings for us, because it allowed us to actually maximize a lot of what we did, hone in a lot of what we were doing, and really propelled us to where we're going.
Yeah. And what I was going to say is that since we're speaking on travel, that's what part of love and entrepreneurship is. You have to take time out for yourself and for your family and vacation. A lot of times people work a 9 to 5. They work for so many years and they never take vacation. When I started to look into vacation, the U.S. is the only country that do not mandatorily tell their people that to go on a vacation. Anywhere else around the world, they force it. No, I wouldn't say force. They mandatory it. Like I don't say force, because it is good to go on vacation. That's why when most people go on vacation and come back, they're healthier, they're refreshed. A lot of things go on when you take a vacation. But if you're just continue on working, you're dying off a lot sooner. And a lot of times other places around the world, they say, hey, you need to go on a vacation that is not inside our country. Go overseas, go somewhere else, come back, and then start something, start new, start fresh, but US, we don't do that. We want somebody to work overtime. And one of the things when I became an entrepreneur and I was making almost $20 an hour working in the medical field. And I started calculating how much I was making as an entrepreneur versus what I was making hourly. And it didn't add up. I said, wait a minute, I can make $500 as an entrepreneur, but how long does it take for me to make $500 working a 9 to 5, making $20 an hour? It takes about 5 days, where I can be making it in a day or two or within hours as an entrepreneur. So that is the difference in profits and wages, and a lot of times your boss don't want you to know that. Your boss wants you to do what they say do, want you to come in when they say come in, want you to work overtime, and don't realize working overtime is bad. You might say it's good because you might say, well, I got a big check at the end of the day. So does Uncle Sam. But as an entrepreneur, we pay our taxes at the end of the year, not while we getting our paychecks. All I'm saying is that there could be less people on welfare, in a sense, if they knew that being an entrepreneur would give you your money up front than at the end of the year.
Right, but they're too scared to invest in their business, and they have the employee mindset. They pay you $20 an hour to forget your dreams. They let $20 an hour stop you from $200,000 a year. They do that all the time. And like a lot of times, like with my business, they want to tell, oh, it's the fees for me. Okay, but you're paying that out anyway, because while you're traveling, it's a commission in there that you don't even see. I'm trying to teach you how to see it and get it.
Yeah.
You know what? And another thing though, when you compute, this is what got me. When you compute your weekly expenses versus your weekly expenses as an entrepreneur, and when you see you end up spending way twice as much money working a 9 to 5 than you do as being an entrepreneur, I was like, what am I doing?
Exactly. From being remote.
Then you can write it off.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Being remote with my job, like I'm remote. I go in 1 week and I stay home 1 week. I save so much gas the weeks that I go home. And then like now, they're hiring new people. So there's not that much space because we're social distancing. So they asked me to stay home another week. So I'm going to be home 3 weeks. My car will not move. There's so much gas that I'm saving. I don't have to go and buy lunch or make a lunch or anything like that, because I'm at home. And not just that, that's more healthy for me because I can, instead of sitting at work eating Tips treats and salada and Torches tacos and everything like that, I can eat better at home what I'm supposed to eat because it's there and you see it and you're not tempted. Well, I didn't even bring my lunch. I'm gonna have to call and go to Wingstop or whatever. It's all around better.
Not to mention with her, it's simpler because I do meal preps, and so I just basically do her lunches for the week whenever she does go in to the office, and then when she's at home, I just make sure that whatever I cook, I make sure that it's healthy enough where it can still give her exactly what she needs without the absence of flavor and taste and all of that, and still be able to, and Lord have mercy, we're not going to talk about fast food versus cooking.
Oh my gosh.
And
that is so expensive.
When you think about that, when you start thinking about it, you start computing that, yes. I'm like, oh, look, I'll do it.
When I started working in financial services, that's the first thing that we did was the evaluation of our spending. And one of the things that we found out is we were spending $400 a month just on fast food.
Oh, wow.
That part.
Yes. And it's so easy to do it without even knowing it.
Without even knowing it.
Yes. And cable TV. when we got HBO Plus and Disney Plus and Roku and Hulu and all the other oohs and whatever. So when you do that financial analysis, and I haven't even completely done one, but when you do that, like I just sat down and just did it kind of like informally and just dissected. I deleted so many bills.
Yes, and we did too, because it was like you say, it's easy to say go get some fast food versus crock potting it. I crock pot stuff. I try to cook meals like 2 to 3 beforehand. But then there's some days where you just say, you know what, let's just go out to eat. But then we say, hey, let's do better. Let's go to Subway, or let's go to some place that is not as much as unhealthy versus healthy, you know, when we do go out to eat. But we still go out to eat, but it's not as much. And trust me, we like, that could be invested somewhere.
And what we ended up doing was we turned that money into vacation money.
That's good.
We like to vacation extravagantly. We don't like to, like, when we vacation, we don't like to go for like 3 days. We like 4 at a minimum. That's like a short. 4 days, that's a short vacation.
She got me. She got me. Because when we were dating, we went on a vacation.
We went on a 7-day
cruise.
We
went on a 7-day cruise. So you can't expect for me to like go somewhere for 2-3 days and think I'm gonna be okay. No, that's not. When we had our honeymoon, that was a 5-day cruise. So, and I was like, man, this is too short.
But in my defense, that was all work. It was, because the 7-day cruise was a training.
It was.
We were learning how to sell to millennials. So it just so happened to be on a cruise, and you know, those are the types of training we like to do.
Mind you, I actually proposed on that training.
Oh, that's congratulations!
And so the 5-day cruise was a gift. It was a gift from Carnival, because I do a lot of work for them, and I train a lot of agents for them, and so they gave me that gift, and so we made it into our honeymoon. So in my defense, it was actually work, but that's kind of where we are. You know, I can honestly say, in honesty, that I work a 9 to 5 because we like to travel extravagantly. Like we like stuff. we like nice stuff. We like to do extra stuff. But that leads me to my question. So when you guys vacation, how often do you vacation?
Well, I would say we always for our anniversary. I would say for our anniversary we take that time for just me and my wife. So there's no kids on that. So we invest in that. And we also do a family trip, and we also do different vacations throughout the year. But we vacation quite a bit.
Yeah, and the reason for it is because I was married before and he was married before, and one of the things we told each other is that we're going to invest in our marriage. A lot of times people invest their money into the stock market and all of these different things. They invest in buying stuff, but they never invest in their marriage. And that's one of the things that we took seriously, was investing in our marriage, because you need that quality time to learn each other, to keep, every year things change about that person. So I don't like roses. He knows that. I like tulips, so, he knows that, hey, I'm not going to buy her roses. I'm just going to buy her, I like different arrangements of flowers. Not saying I don't like roses. I do, but there's different, my favorite is tulips. But what if I like a certain kind of candy, but the next year it changed. So you have to invest in your marriage, because each year that person could be changing. That person, what people like or what they don't like, it always changes. And so you really need to learn your spouse. And especially as an entrepreneur, I love working with my husband, because we are close together, right? We are having that quality time, and we get to know each other even more, and we're there. Like one of the things that y'all talk about is how many days y'all vacation. Well, working a 9 to 5, you can't sit here and take off that many days or they'll try to replace you. So it's just a simple fact of knowing that as an entrepreneurship, you get your time back. You make money, but at the same time, you got to enjoy your money. You have to have that. You have to say, you know what? I done worked. Now I work hard so you can play hard. So you done did your work. Now it's time to play. It's time to relax. It's time to do those things to enjoy. And so we vacation, spring break, take the kids. Summer vacation, take the kids, but our anniversary time, there's no kids involved. Like this is just me and him, and we vacation 4 to 7 days because we want that time to have that break to ourselves, to rejuvenate, not just for our businesses, but for our family. So we definitely got to rejuvenate, to really just get the energy back up to keep going for that next year.
I agree with that. Okay, so I have some more questions for you, but we're going to take a really quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Awesome.
Okay.
Hey, it's your girl, Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about an amazing event that I just found out about. It's called a business fair. Are you tired of going to job fairs when you know you really want to be your own boss? Maybe you just don't know where to start. Well, this business fair presented by Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services is just for you. If you're in the Houston and surrounding areas, come and learn all about the many business opportunities available to you. For more information and rates, call 281-661-3975 or visit www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you.
And I am back. We're missing a partner.
Yeah, go check on the barbecue.
Right, he had to go check on some orders. Thank you guys for sticking with us. So I did have another question. What I wanted to ask was when you guys do go on vacation, are you able to, and it's just you and your wife, are y'all able to shut off business completely and focus on each other, or is there's business mixed in with your vacation?
Oh yeah, it's always business mixed up without on vacation. Like we have a cutoff time. So like if we vacation in that morning time, so I'll wake up extra early, knock out what I gotta knock out, then we enjoy ourselves. But I can take my business with me because I do graphics and printing, so a lot of my stuff is mobile. So that's the blessing of having a mobile business. I can take it with me. But every time we on vacation, I do it like in the morning time. Then the rest of the day I have the rest to spend with my wife or my kids. But that's how we pretty much do that.
Gotcha. So do you find that difficult? Do you guys don't find it difficult finding a balance between, having your time and having your business?
It is, but I would tell any entrepreneur, you got to have your schedule. I have a planner where I know what I'm doing from 8 hours a day. I have everything wrote down. Okay, I'm gonna do this, do that. You always got to plan your day before you start your day. So that's something that I learned. That's a nugget that I've learned. I always plan your day before you started, and then you'll get so much accomplished by writing down everything that you need to do on that day. And you just check it off every time you do something. Check it out. So I was able to accomplish a lot of stuff just by having a planner. So I tell anybody, even in a marriage, you want to have a planner. Okay, we got this event. You put it on your planner so you'll know that's what I'm gonna do on that day. So I always have you a planner.
Absolutely. And so you make it your business to schedule a long time? Are you able to like just be completely spontaneous and say, hey, we're having a date night tonight?
As an entrepreneur, you can do that, but I've done that before. But I just being an entrepreneur, I still have to try to schedule that time to do business a little bit, and then have my other time as well. But I'm getting there. The goal is to be 100% free, so that's where I'm headed to right now.
Gotcha. I mean, that is always the goal, but sometimes it's so hard. But you guys seem like you're really good with your cutoff time and your planning and everything, so that it's not where you're one of us is being grumpy because the other one wants their time.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not good at all with a cutoff time.
I'm like, wait a minute now, hold on.
I'm getting there. I'm trying to have. I try to tell my clients, as a business owner, sometimes you need to let your clients know what your business hours are. And clients be calling me all time of the day, and my wife be like, "You got to have a cutoff time." So
you know what? I have a tip for you. This is what I have to do for her. Always look at as a business owner. Mind you, since I was an entrepreneur and I was a barber, these were some of the things that some of the guidelines that I kind of follow. And don't ever look at your time in a 24-hour time block. You will always fall off. Always. Look at your time in a 12-hour time block, because technically speaking, you only operate in a 12-hour span set. So this is what I did for her. I said, okay, well, let's put it on paper so you can see what's going on. And so I said, okay, you get up at this time, you go to work at this time, you get off at this time. Then I go, okay, now what time do you want to go to bed? So I put bedtime at the bottom. And I go, okay, now when you look at it, you only have 4 to 6 hours of time per day that technically you can use for whatever purpose that you need. Now, with that being said, when you see it from that point, you're like, oh.
It's really easy. It's easy to do it that way. It's really easy to do it that way. And that way, what I was able to do was schedule, because I have 7 businesses, was to schedule certain businesses for certain days and give myself days off, because you need that and you have to schedule that. It's difficult.
Now, mind you, here was the funny part. Now, I'm always asking for time, but she was always, you're not doing nothing. You always just chilling. I said, it's not that I'm just chilling. It's how I structured my time out. Because I structured my time out to incorporate, okay, wait, say for instance, if I want a break here. Well, if I structure my time out right, I can take my breaks in between and I can still get everything done and I can still maximize everything that I have going.
Yes.
And so and she was like, how do you sit up? I'm working and I'm playing the game. I love to play video games. So I'm on the game, I'm playing. And she, how am I working and you playing? Because I structured my time out to the point where I said, okay, so today I want to play the game for this amount of time.
Turn his mic off.
So then I structured my day out where I got this amount of time to play the game. Or if I'm going to play the game, I'm going to play the game right here where I have a break in the action where I don't have to, I won't be disturbed. I can just kind of chill and relax. And so I kind of reinvigorate throughout the day. So that way yes, I attack it all, but I break it up substantially. That way it never becomes a stress for me. And I can just knock it out at my leisure. Once I did that, and I showed her how to do it, and I showed her, how to structure it, it started going by like this.
It makes a big difference. It really does. Like Kim said, time management is very important. And I will be honest, that is where I lack. That is my weakness. My weakness is time management. So it's kind of like an opposite type of thing, where she's begging for your time, he's begging for my time. And I'm one of those, entrepreneurs, and it's hard for me to establish a cutoff time. But just like we raise our kids, we have to raise our clients. We have to train them to understand that we have to have time off, and there's a cutoff time. We're going on vacation on July 31st. I started posting about it 2 weeks ago. So at the beginning of every week, I post it, because there's going to be a person, I can assure you, the second we get on a plane, I can assure you 3 people will reach out and need help with something. And you have to, put that cutoff. Now, if I'm on a plane, I can't help you. But I put you, you have to put that information out there and let them know. Last week I did a PSA, hey, I'm going to be on vacation out of the country. I will have limited internet access. Please handle your business accordingly. And the week prior to that, I put it out there, and I'm going to put it out there this week, and I'm going to put it out there next week as well. So that by the end of next week, it's been posted 4 times. So, you have to do it though. And as an entrepreneur, you don't want to miss any business. You don't want to turn on any business. But being a business owner does not mean that you're chained to your business.
You know what? And one thing I told her that made so much sense. When you were in corporate America is structured in an 8-hour time block.
Mhm.
And the crazy part about this is you have off days that are also mandatory off days that you have to take because most places won't allow you to work over 40 hours. So that means that most people with a regular 9 to 5 have at least 2 off days. And I told her, I say, and then at the end of the day, it's close of business. And if you look at most Fortune 500 companies, this is the way that they're structured. Now, if it's good, now we take a lot of pointers from corporate America since we embark on our entrepreneur journey, and we take a lot of points, but we never take that point. And so what I explained to her was start operating like a Fortune 500 company and give yourself days off. Give yourself time periods off so that you can decompress and you can start anew the next day. And when I broke that down, and I said, now if it works for a Fortune 500 company, why wouldn't it work for you?
That's true.
That's definitely true. Do you guys have days off?
Yeah. The weekends, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
But I take Sunday night to just get everything in the pipeline and get everything ready for the week. So I do take a little bit of Sunday nights to structure my business.
Yeah. And I honestly, I'm very open book. He's more structured than me. Honestly, like self-control. My biggest thing was procrastination. I always try to do things at the last minute. And so, he's like, babe, you got to get your schedule going, your what your week looking like.
We going on a vacation. She packing the next day. I'm like, you supposed to have been packed the whole week. She wait till the day of the pack.
But I'm honest, where I am, right?
It's hard out here for us.
Yes. Look, I don't know what to wear.
Then she packed the whole house. She packed the whole house when we go on vacation.
That's definitely me.
You know what?
I got that from my mother. She said, "You never know what might happen."
Right?
She read it.
And look, I have like the last vacation we went on. We went to Port Aransas for our anniversary. Do you know I was packed a week ahead?
Look, what happened is we need the extra options because you don't know what's going to happen. We may have to go to a formal dinner, so we might need something formal. We may not. We just may lounge around, so we need loungewear. If we're going to the beach, we need beachwear. If we're having beachwear, we have to have a cover up. If we're going to, and you have to have the appropriate shoes for each. It's stressful.
It's vacation. It's vacation. We ready to get up out of here. I mean,
bro. Have you ever picked up your wife's suitcase and almost threw your back out because you're like, okay, wait, what? Oh,
but his stuff be in there too. So it's not just my stuff; it's his stuff too. But I just bought another bag because.
And she trying to take over that bag. She trying to pack. She want to share suitcases. I'm like, why are we gonna share suitcases?
But you know what? But the thing is, you can do that when you're an entrepreneur. You can just say, "Hey, get up." What you say, spontaneous. If you want to get up and go, then you can. That's the best part about being an entrepreneur. I'm not knocking a 9 to 5 because some people just don't have entrepreneur in their spirit. But if you say, you know what, let me try this out. Let me jump out on faith, right? Let me sit here and see what they're talking about. Just try it. You can't say you don't like something until you try it, except for drugs and alcohol and all the other stuff that will kill you. But listen, you want to try something that would definitely bring a wealth to your family. You definitely want to bring try what you're good at. A lot of times people walk in fear, and that was one of the biggest things that has stopped a lot of people, is because of fear. Oh, what about my bills being paid? Oh, what about this getting turned off, or my mortgage or my rent? Let me tell you something. I came to Houston walking out on faith. I didn't have I had my savings. That was it. I didn't have no job. I didn't have anything, but I walked out on faith, and I came out here. And when I started working, I just knew that it was just something more that I wanted to do. And when I got with my husband, we call each other, this is what we call each other. I'm faith and he's action. When I say he's action, this man would have stuff like his, he would have stuff already done, like literally. Like, for example, his birthday is next year. He's pretty much already got that planned out, already got stuff created already. But me, I probably would have waited till next year to do all that. but
that's important.
He's action. I believe things as not as though they were. Like, I told him to leave his job. I said, God told me that you were going to leave your job. I don't know when, but just be prepared to leave your job. Where most people will be afraid to tell their husband, what? Security? About to end? Oh no, you stand right where you are. And I wasn't like that. I was like, listen, let's walk out on faith. Let's just trust God with the things that is about to happen. And it has been the best thing ever. I've been out of corporate America 7 years now. When I got sick, I took time to heal. I didn't have to worry about going back to work, and I was still hurting. I was still in pain. When my husband said, babe, I got you, that's exactly what he mean. He loved me that much to say, babe, I got you. You don't have to go.
That's so important. That's so important. And let me go back. Kim said, I'm with y'all ladies. We have to have more items to be prepared. Absolutely. But guys, we have to get to our homework section. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
How we do with homework every week is something that I task everybody with, not just the guests, but everybody that's watching, everybody that's listening. Homework this week is make a list of all the good things about your mate. And on the backside, make a list of all the bad things about your mate. And it'll help you remember why you love them. Because a lot of times people get annoyed, as you get the longer that you're with someone, some little thing could get on your nerves. Just that, oh, he's smacking his teeth. Oh my gosh, can you stop smacking? And when you make a list and you put it on paper and you look at it, it makes a difference. It makes you remember why you fell in love with that person. I'm gonna make my little list, and I'm gonna make my good things on the front, I'm my good and my bad things on the back. And I can assure you, if you're still with your mate, that good is going to outweigh that bad, and it's going to help you remember, why you still love that person, why you fell in love with them, and why y'all go forward.
Oh, baby.
Your list short.
That's actually confirmation. I already got my homework done. God gave me that assignment about a month ago, so I did that a month ago. So yeah, that's good.
That's awesome.
Don't feel bad, because we did it a couple of days ago.
Right. Right. And I don't know why it took me so long to come up with it, but I was like, because I did. I was like, oh, he's getting on my nerves right now. And the list. And it's like, and it's so crazy because he got on my nerves for a good 6 hours. And I was like, it's never a whole day. It's never a whole day that he gets on my nerves. And I made my little list. And then I was like, okay, I love you. And it's just like, everybody has a flaw. Everybody has their unique flaws. And you have to remember that what I see as irritating to him, he might see something I do as irritating, to him. When he's irritating me, I might be doing something else that's irritating him. And so we were able to come together. I was able to say, this is what I do not like. You know, how can we fix this? How can we come to a medium? And he was able to do the same. And we were able to come together. And that's, to me, that's one of the biggest things about us, is that we're able to bring things to the table all the time and discuss it, hash it out, and go forward even better.
Now, the crazy part about this is coincidentally, that turned into a business meeting. And this is kind of funny about being in business with your spouse, because what ended up happening was, when that jail session happened, we linked up and we got click tight.
We got business plans for all 2022.
And we ended up, we got the whole 2022 schedule practically figured out already. Yeah. I'm talking about anniversary trips, business, everything. Like we had out everything. Like we really planned. We really got the rest of this year and all of next year planned out already.
Yeah, just from a simple distance.
And it's funny that y'all say business meeting. That's exactly what Reggie and I do as well. We have meetings, and we even have meetings with our children. You know. Because if you have kids and and you're an entrepreneur with children, you got to incorporate them into your business, into what you're doing, so that they could see that your time is not in vain in just in your business. They can actually see that it's benefiting them, you know. And so one of like our children, they're very entrepreneur, like their mindsets are entrepreneur. My daughter, she does lashes and nails, and she was like, Mom, I need to get my DBA, and she's only 13. So imagine when she turns, 18 or whatever, her mindset, and we have 3 boys. We have an 18, 16, 15, and 14-year-old. So imagine when their mindset started just getting gelled together to where they say, hey, listen, and they already it's like, hey, we're going to be entrepreneurs and we want to do other things, but we definitely going to have that plan B as an entrepreneur. We're going to work for ourselves. And so it'll rub down and pass down on to your kids, but you definitely got to incorporate them in there so they won't be feeling like you're feeling as a wife when it's like, okay, Mama, can I get some time? Hey, I need to talk to you. You don't want to lose that relationship with your children. You want to definitely incorporate them into your business. And we pay them too if they do stuff in our business. That's a write-off. Most people don't know that. That's a write-off. So when you incorporate your children into your business, you can write that off as well. And so it's learning about the tax laws, learning about how can you do things as a husband and a wife that could definitely better your future and better you as a person.
All right.
Absolutely. So let everybody know where they can find you at on social media.
Where I'm on Facebook as Candace Blanks. I'm on Instagram as Lifeless 2017. That's LIFELESS 2017. And you can also go to CL Graphics or Christ-like Graphics on Facebook to find Reginald, and he's under Reginald Blanks as well. And so you can find our page. Our website is under construction right now, so we're actually transitioning into a corporation, and so we're doing a lot of different things, and so it's under construction right now. But you can definitely reach us out. And our number definitely is 832-238-1516 if you need any graphic needs for your business, your family, whatever else that you might need. We definitely can contact us through that number.
You know what, Reggie, I am gonna holler at you because I do need some logos and stuff done.
His cards, whatever you might need.
We'll be in touch. So thank you guys so much for being our guest this Sunday. I want you guys to have an amazing Sunday. Relax, enjoy your Sunday. And since you already did the homework, you don't have to do it again. But everybody else,
I have to do it.
Everybody else that's tuning in, definitely do your homework. Make your list on the front of everything good about your mate, on the back of everything bad about your mate. And so you're able to reassess and remember why you love them. So I want to say happy Sunday, and thank you guys so much again for being our guests, and have a great and happy Sunday.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
If you're looking for healthy meal prep, family-style meals, or catering for your next event, look no further than the East Traveling Square Kitchen with Chef Square, Alan Phillips, specializing in soul food, family-style dining, and southern flavor. Chef Square can adhere to dietary needs like keto and bariatric meal prep without compromising on taste. Take advantage of weekly meal plans like the Starter Pack, 5 meals for $75 with 3 entree choices. Additional meal plans and contact-free delivery is available. Contact Chef Square of the East Traveling Square Kitchen today at 832-495-8836 and tell them Stunner Radio sent you.